Hello and welcome to another great money method in Gran Turismo 7. In today's video we are actually going over two builds for the Nissan Skyline R33 GTR that has been engine swapped. So yes, we are going over a 700 performance points build as well as an 800 performance points build. And if you guys do go on to enjoy this, well, don't forget hit that subscribe button. So there are a few things that you need before you head on into your event. So firstly, you need the Skyline R33 GTR. So this car will come up in a used car dealership for around 136,000 credits, or you could win it for absolutely free by completing the GTR menu book in a cafe, which is menu book 35. So if you complete that, well, you will have the car for absolutely free. So once you have that, you are also going to need a spare 1.6 million credits because you are gonna have to purchase the engine swap. So that is a large chunk of change, but let's just see this as an investment, because with this vehicle to participate in so many money grinding events, you will make their money back in no time at all. So after spending 1.6 million, then you're gonna head on over to the tuning shop and purchase a few extra bits for roughly another 300,000. Wow, this is a lot more expensive than I thought. So you are gonna need quite a bit of money, but a lot of you may already have this tune or the setup. So with that being done, let's just head on straight over to the setups for these events. So now what we are gonna do is go over the 800 performance points build. This means the vehicle will be able to participate in the money grinding events around Sardinia as well as around Spa. So the same setup can be used for both events. Now when it actually comes to the setup, so for the 800 performance points build, we're gonna see that the GTR is basically gonna be maxed out. Even on racing soft tires, with every upgrade you can add to the vehicle, it is still gonna be under 800 performance points. But for Sardinia, which this tune is for, well, we see that the car is only at 766.04 performance points. So we still have a long ways to go before we reach that 800 limit, and the vehicle is already maxed out. So for Sardinia, you only need racing hard tires. If you are going to use the same setup at Spa, well, you need to purchase your intermediate tires or your racing wets, because there is a chance of rain occurring during that event. So for Sardinia, only racing hards. For Spa, you need both racing hards and a backup set of tires. Now when it comes to suspension differential, torque vectoring differential, as well as your transmission's manual adjustment to its gears, these do not affect your performance points rating. So if you don't like the way I did it, you can tailor it to your own liking. But if you just want to copy mine, it is going to be as follows. So for suspension, we have body height adjustment being 95 for both front and rear, anti-roll bars being both 10 for front and rear. So damping ratio compression is going to be 38 in both front and rear. Damping ratio expansion is going to be 48 in both front and rear. Your natural frequency in the front is going to be 3.20 and 3.45 in the rear. Your negative camber angle is going to be 3.0 for both front and rear. Your toe angle is going to be 0.10 going outward in the front, and then 0.20 going inward in the rear. Now for differential, I did not add one, so you do not need one too. But if you want to have extra tuning capabilities, well, you can purchase one. But as I said, we don't really need it. Torque vectoring differential, this I always say is a must for any four-wheel drive vehicle, and I had mine set at 35/65. Then downforce, we have 100 downforce in the front and 310 in the rear. So that is maxed out downforce for both front and rear. So your fully customizable ECU, we see the output being at 100. We have no ballast, we have no power restrictor. We are running a fully customizable racing transmission with no adjustments to the manual gears, and the transmission is set to 350 kilometers per hour. Then if we head on over to the next page, we see that the turbocharger we are using is a medium RPM turbocharger. Then for intake and exhaust, nothing has been changed there because we cannot change anything. For For the braking system, we are running racing slotted disc. For the brake pads, we have racing brake pads. Then handbrake as well as brake balance, we do not have anything. If you want to add a brake balance, you can. This is just for personal tuning. Then steering angle, nothing. Your clutch and flywheel, we have that set to racing. We have a carbon fiber propeller shaft. That is not necessary at all, but we just added it because we are maxing the vehicle out. Then it has stage 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 weight reduction. It is as light as possible, and we do not have any increased body rigidity. So that is the 800 performance points build. As I said, we are very much under the limits, so I don't think it's possible to actually go above it. So fully maxed out engine swapped R33 GTR for money grinding doesn't sound too bad. Now when it comes to Sardinia, what we are going to do is once the event begins, set your fuel map over to fuel map level 3, and we are going to leave it there for the entirety of the event. So this means you are going to make it to the end of the 8th lap before you need to refuel. So once you reach the end of the 8th lap, you're going to refuel and you're going to fill it up until around 90% fuel. Or you could just let it refuel all the way. It's really up to you. But you are also going to need to change for a new set of racing hard tires. Now you can set it over to fuel map level 6 with some fuel saving techniques and really conserving your tires. Well, you could possibly perform a no stop method, but frankly I see that being so impractical, and it is a lot faster to actually do the single stop. So with this vehicle setup, you are gonna average, well, I average about a 1 minute 39 lap, but my fastest lap time being a 1 minute 37 around Sardinia. So I'm not the fastest of players, so you could even go a lot faster than me. So it is not the fastest vehicle to use around Sardinia, but if you do want to switch it up, it is such a viable option, and I really would recommend it, because with Sardinia, if you have a lot of time and you just want to keep money grinding one after another, Sardinia is a lot more efficient compared to the next event we are looking at. And that event is the WTC 700 around Le Mans. Now this is a 30-minute event which will earn you 825,000 credits. So if we have to do this over a 2-hour period, well, Sardinia will earn you slightly more credits than Le Mans. So with the Le Mans setup, it is going to be as follows. For your 700 performance points build, your tire compound, we're going to be starting off on racing hards, and you need to make sure you have either intermediates or racing wets purchased, because with this event you never know how severe the rain is going to be. I say you can just purchase intermediates, but rather be safe than sorry. Just purchase those intermediates and know, okay, you have both types of tires, so in case it is a heavy rainfall, you are all good to go and you are going to be safe instead of you having to restart the event. Now suspension, your differential as well as your gearbox are all exactly the same as the Sardinia tune. Now the difference is when it comes to downforce. Now if you want to see the suspension and all that, you can pause it now and take it down, but the biggest difference is your downforce. Firstly, your front downforce is now 25 in the front, it is still 310 in the rear. Your ECU, your fully customizable ECU, is now 82. Your ballast is going to be set to 15 with a ballast positioning of -32. Now on the next page, we are going to see that we actually removed the turbocharger because it was not needed, and we also removed the carbon fiber propeller shaft. This will now allow us to get exactly 700 performance points, and that is with us having our wheels set to wide. If your wheels are set to just standard width, then your car will actually be under 700 performance points. So that means even with whatever livery you use, the car should be able to run a 700 performance points tune. Now when you begin the event, you want to make sure your fuel map is on fuel map level 1, and we are going to leave it there for the entirety of the event. With it having an engine from a group 1 vehicle, this car has insane fuel economy, which means on fuel map level 1 you will be able to complete 4 laps before you need to go into pits. And considering the fact that this vehicle, with it completing laps around the circuit of sub 4 minutes, this car will be able to do 8 laps within that 30-minute period. Well, if we go and do the 8 laps, we'll finish around 33-32 minutes. But this car will have such a massive lead over the opponents. Even on the hardest difficulty, it is an absolute breeze using this vehicle. Now the car has great acceleration, braking, and top speed, as we see speeds of well over 320 kilometers per hour going down the main straightaway. This car is honestly such a good choice when it comes to money grinding because of the versatility, and I'm sure with a little bit more tuning we can somehow manage to get this vehicle under 600 performance points. I don't know if it's possible, but if someone manages it, well, this is another great all-rounder money machine. So the fastest lap I was able to set around Le Mans was actually a 3 minutes and 51 second lap. That is insanely fast. So having a street vehicle do that sort of lap time is an incredible thing, and actually will make it one of the fastest vehicles around the circuit. So there's one to look out for, and if you already have the engine in this vehicle, why not try it out? So these are the 2 setups. I hope you guys do go on to enjoy it. If you do try them out, let me know in the comment section, and if you want to see more videos just like that, well, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for your time, and peace.